Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat. And this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no?
Welcome back, everybody. It's your girl, Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey, Kat.
Hey, Moni.
How are we feeling today, friends?
I'm not at 100%.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm going to fake it.
Amen.
And we're going to have a great episode. Actually, I'm in the perfect mood to review this limited series.
Okay, well, so guys, I know you're holding your breath because you are super interested in what we're reviewing this week. So this week we do have His and Hers on Netflix. And I want to give you guys a little synopsis so you know what we're getting into. So adapted from Alice Freeney's mystery novel into a 6-piece episode series, His and Hers stars Tessa Thompson and John Bernthal as an estranged married couple who are brought back together by a homicide in their hometown of Dahlonega, Georgia. Anna Andrews is a news reporter based in Atlanta who's determined to make this murder big news, while he's police detective Jack Harper, tasked with solving the case. As each investigates, they not only get in each other's way, but also unearth each other's dark secrets. Could it mean one of them is the murderer?
Dun, dun, dun.
Wowzers.
And this will have spoilers.
Oh my gosh, please stop here. If this is something you're wanting to read or watch, you should probably look at it before we pick it apart, because that's exactly what's
you could
getting
be
ready to
like
happen.
Kat and just already know what happens and watch it anyway.
Right. Now, let me ask you this.
Yo.
So at the end of our episode, when we announced this, you were like, I already had spoilers. I'm going to go ahead and watch it anyway. Do you feel like it made it more or less enjoyable to have had it spoiled?
I honestly don't know. Like, I'm not a big murder mystery person anyway, so probably not.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not like I'm not a what is it, Law and Order,
SVU boy.
I'm not that person. I'm not the ID Network girl. So this was kind of like, weirdly enough, like Hunting Wives, because it's kind of in the genre, but it was so campy that I found that, even though it wasn't like amazing.
Well, because it's a lot funner and messier than this was.
Yeah, this was like a
definitely paced
gritty,
for, like
sort of thing. So I probably would have enjoyed it the same amount if I hadn't. Actually, I probably enjoyed it more knowing, because I was like looking for the little Easter eggs and stuff. So
all right, fair enough. So take that as you will. If you think it won't ruin it, then it's up to you. But I personally think, if you want to get some sort of enjoyment out of it, it's probably better not to know the end.
I think people want to know too.
So,
did you enjoy it?
That's kind of, but then it was a lot of. It's just, we got to get into it. I don't feel like there's
You're such a
area.
diplomat. That should be your next career.
Diplomat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I did in a way, like
Moni.
So I want to get into the parts of it I did enjoy.
Okay.
Versus what I didn't.
I think
so we have to dig into it.
That you have that. You're
I'm
trying not to.
Just
I'm going
effing
full
hate
on.
it. Well, listen, I think that's what the people love, friend. That's why
I
we're
do
here.
want to make it super clear. I love Tessa Thompson.
Listen, this is
And who's the
Jack Bernthal?
What was it? John
Bernthal.
John
Bernthal.
Bernthal. I really like him too. So I don't think it was in any way like them lacking in any certain kind of way. It just wasn't like my bag.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And so and shout out to our listeners who encourage us to review this too. So this is for you guys. We appreciate it.
We have fun talking about it. For
sure. We're always gonna have fun. So that's why we're here. But I guess before I get into the actual series, let's just dedicate the episode. I think that helps get us anchored and ready to kind of dive into our episode. So you guys, if you don't mind, hand over your hearts. So, this week and every single week, we start off our episodes dedicating them to our patrons. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for tapping in and just being like the foundation. You guys really do keep us grounded and happy. Also, I wanted to dedicate this episode to, all of the workers out there. If you're anywhere where you've been affected by this terrible, terrible weather and you still have to show up to work, you don't get a snow day, you still have to get up and pop that coochie. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Appreciate all of you guys. And I think that's it for me. What about you, friend?
Yes, and like I said, this has been, the weather's been taking a toll. And yesterday I had I was able to take advantage of a really great workshop at Ujamaa Bookstore yesterday. So my dedication is going out first to Ujamaa for all the work that they do, and then also the Trauma Informed Arts Impact that was hosted by Arts with a Purpose.
Beautiful.
It was really great in the networking and all of that good stuff, and especially for one of the women there, she was it Leah, I think, Whitmere. She does music therapy at the VA. And was just talking about how much we can use music for self-care and to heal ourselves. And so that was really, really great. And also because, I don't have trauma, but for everybody else, like,
of course
y'all,
not, friend, of course not.
Like, it's important to, get a hold on that. And of course, I'm just kidding. I have all the trauma. Dedication over.
Excellent. I liked your transparency there at the end, friends.
Thank you. Just for people who don't know, that Kat's a bit of a
she
jokester.
be playing, yeah. In case
like,
you're new here,
everything about me is trying to regulate my nervous system.
And fair enough. There's a lot. There's a lot to process. And on that note, too, at the end of our review, how would you feel? I have a couple of topics that are in the news that I feel like we should touch on.
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to talk about Don Lemon. I want to talk about. Oh, that was my other. I'm not going to bring up the music again, but also dedication to the children, because they're doing a walkout on Monday, like all the different schools.
Let's go.
They're doing a walkout to protest ICE.
Love the children.
And them. And also, I need to look up this dude on YouTube. I've been watching his video, and he does all these breakdowns about the Nazis and stuff I never knew before. Like, they were giving them kids meth. Like, a lot of the kids, there was this resistance group called the White Roses, who was like a youth group in Germany, who were fighting the Nazis. And one of their big things was like, we don't want to be all drugged up. Like,
damn.
Like they were calling it was basically meth, but it was called
the
something
chemical
else or whatever.
compound,
But before they had scheduled it as a narcotic, they were just giving it to everybody. And you're just like, wow, look at how long they're able to fight. Like, they were giving it to the Nazis. Like, Hitler apparently was kind of on meth and cocaine.
Or you have to share the
I'll
YouTube
look it up while I'm
accounts,
doing
and then I'll
this.
try to
Also,
put it in
too,
the
I
notes.
finally pulled up this clip.
This is like hell, but the winter version of hell. I always dream about
The
it.
winter version of hell.
And that's been vibes.
Vibes.
Yes.
So thank you so beautifully. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes,
because
and
it
thank you,
seems to keep coming
Jasmine,
up. Yes.
From 90 Day Fiancé.
My
Because,
God.
man, I don't think anybody ever said it better.
All right, excellent. So with that in mind, guys, if you stick around to the end of the episode, we're going to do some hot topics at the end. But for now, let's get into his and hers. So this says that his and hers 2026 was written and executive produced by William Oldroyd. Also
what it looks
director and showrunner, Dee Johnson, co-showrunner, Bill Dubuque. Based on, like I said before, Alice Freeney's actual book by the same name, produced by Fifth Season, which is also in, I guess Tessa Thompson is involved with Fifth Season. So she was technically in there as well.
She got paid twice. I
so
like
good
that.
for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like that's worth mentioning. So I guess we can get into it, friends. I think you should probably just do. So,
Okay.
guys, like we said, this is a spoiler. There's no way to talk about this without spoiling it. So just know that. So I'm gonna.
It's a murder mystery.
It's a murder mystery,
So,
and Kat's gonna give us the quick breakdown, and then we're gonna go through and we're gonna rip it apart.
remind me, what was Tessa Thompson's character's name?
I'm gonna pull everybody up.
Yeah, pull
Let's
everybody
see.
up.
Tessa Thompson was Anna Andrews.
Anna. Okay, so we got Anna and Jack. That's kind of our featured couple. And they're estranged. We end up finding they're estranged because their 9-month-old daughter just suddenly, like, it's kind of like SIDS. And she went crazy. And you're allowed to go crazy if your kids die.
Amen.
So, but she kind of just disappeared, which is not cool. Like, you are married. And even if you do need to go out for a while, you could leave a note. You know what I'm saying? Because he lost a child too, and your mama lost her daughter and her granddaughter. Like it was kind of but she just pieced out on everybody. She couldn't take it, so she's gone for like a year. And so she comes back. She's also a reporter, and Jack was a detective for the police force or whatever. So we start out, it's a murder mystery, so we got a dead body. Turns out it's Rachel, who was Anna's friend back from high school days. She was
like a frenemy-ish.
Frenemy-ish, yeah. She was a mean girl vibes. And and then we also find out too, Jack was knocking that out. Because he was like, well, my wife disappeared, so my only recourse is to sleep with her friend.
Yeah.
And in the woods.
As one does.
I'm sorry.
Keep going.
It's a small town, I guess.
Keep going. Stay focused. You can do this.
And the mama, she seems to be exhibiting signs of dementia. So she's like, man, she's trying to push together like, dang, who killed Rachel? So the whole time they're trying to make it seem like, ooh, maybe it was Jack. Maybe it was Anna. Maybe it was the Asian friend who's the headmistress at the school that they go to. Maybe it's, who else they try to point the finger at? Rachel's husband, who she was cucking pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been all kinds of people. It's like, ooh, wait a minute. Why does Jack still have her phone? And sneaks into the
lab.
Yeah, into the little morgue. What is it called?
Oh, yeah, the morgue. To use her
face. That part I actually enjoyed that part. That was insane to me. I was like, that is some commitment to not getting caught right there. Yeah. Which is wild, because it's like, you are the police. Like, get you a lawyer and tell somebody what happened.
Yep.
Because I never really thought for a second he killed her,
But they did a little flashback to make you think it was possible, because the lady who passed away, Rachel's husband, was like, yeah, you said he was getting cucked and stuff, and he was like, oh yeah, she likes hunching on guys who ain't shit, and she gets off on that, so she probably said something wild,
and
that might have they really do try to make you look at it a certain way. Yeah.
I mean, once again, I'm already spoiled, so it doesn't even matter. So we go through the whole thing. Oh, and also Anna's like trying to get her job back at the news as anchor, because this new sexy Lexi blonde shows up and just took her spot or whatever. Oh, who's also married to her cameraman, who she's smashing. Anna's smashing.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So once again, it's like, I mean, I get it's a small town, but these are the only people we could.
Yes, this is what happens. This is like working at the post office or at a, you know what I mean, in a warehouse. Y'all know how it goes.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay. And so then we move it on along, because then we start because then also what was the Helen. Was that the
Helen? Yes.
So
Helen was
she ends up getting killed too, and so then they're trying to make it seem like, oh, maybe Anna's doing all this killing because they're finding their friendship bracelets from high school shoved down her throat, and then we have a flashback and we see Rachel being a mean girl to this girl named Catherine, who was not conventionally attractive, and so they were kind of pulling a Carrie on her, little pranks and stuff like that, and. Come to find out, this part to me was where I was like, okay, because even the meanest of girls, okay.
Say it, friend.
Okay.
Say
it.
So
on Anna's 16th birthday, they're all partying in the woods. Is this a small town thing?
It's real small.
Okay. Y'all let me know if that's something y'all do. That's never been my experience, so I had a little trouble with it.
You grew up in the hood, sis. Nobody about to go to the woods. We had the hell?
What about Lyme disease? You know what I mean? There's like ticks and stuff. Anyway, so they're just, partying in the woods, and then these men show up, and it turns out Helen and Rachel kind of set Catherine up to get SA'd by these dudes, and like these men paid them. And okay.
Just get through it.
Powering through. But then Anna helps Catherine get away, and then Anna ends up getting SA'd while they watch.
Yes, girl.
And so the mom ends up finding the videotape because Anna just left that at her house in a cardboard box in the little video camera. And so what ends up being happening, it was Anna's mama the whole time who was doing all the
So
killing.
let me just go ahead and say this real quick.
Because she ends up finding the videotape, and she's traumatized too from having lost her granddaughter and then finding out that her daughter got SA'd by these women. So she decides to turn into Joker and just kill everybody except the men who actually SA'd her. I guess she couldn't track them down. That's fine. But it's a small town. I feel.
Keep going, friend.
Wait, what happened after that?
A lot.
Oh.
So we find out.
Oh, yeah, Lexi gets popped. Okay, this was awesome.
No, we have to talk. I want
Okay, I'm
to
sorry.
say
Sorry,
the
go
story,
back,
and
go
we're
back,
gonna
go back.
and poke holes.
So, like right before we find out about Anna's mom or whatever, somebody called and got them kicked out of their hotel. They were staying at, her and the cameraman. So Anna and the cameraman, they end up, he's like, oh, well, since we can't stay here no more, we can just go to my in-laws' house. And she's like, wait, you're married to my ops. Like, why would I go to their, whatever. So they go up there and he ends up kind of bugging her. I don't know, because like,
we don't know why, but he bugs out on her basically.
yeah,
They
he
get
bugs
into an
out on
argument.
her, and then Jack's partner Priya, because she's been suspecting Jack, but like so she ends up pulling up and figuring out what was going on, because like Lexi had killed her sister. I didn't even know how that really fit into
doesn't,
the
friends.
thing. I was like,
It doesn't.
so because it would have
It
made
makes
more
no
sense for
difference.
Lexi to have been the killer.
killer.
I wonder if that's what happened in the book, because that's what would have made
We
more
don't
sense.
know.
And then Priya, but whatever. They end up pinning it on Lexi anyway, because the mama ends up getting away with it because no one ever suspects her because she was just the help. And is that the end?
That was-
Oh, well, no. Because Zoe, I left out Zoe. So Zoe was in the mix too. That was Jack's sister.
Younger sister. She was also there for the essay.
Yeah, and so she was worried about getting killed, and she did. And so she was able, Jack, she had a daughter. So basically that was their replacement daughter for the one they lost.
Per the mom. So at the end, basically, they just the
I
mom
didn't like that.
So there was this letter. So now you fast forward, the murder's gone or whatever. They're now Jack and Anna are taking care of their niece, and she's pregnant. And it seems like they're all happy and everything's all resolved. And she's like, she sees this letter, and then she's reading this letter, and it's like a voiceover of the mom basically explaining to her what happened and that she
would
killed.
you write that down? I'd have just
don't
been like,
know.
hey.
Hey, it doesn't need to be. There was. So then she knows, and then they show Anna, and she's kind of smiling like, "That's my mama." You know what I'm saying?
That's what it should have been
Thanks, Mom.
called.
That's my mama.
That's my mama.
Yeah. Okay, now let's officially do the part you've been waiting to do.
Okay.
Because it was so
The last episode. The
all
last
over the
episode.
place.
Yeah.
It was.
It was
yeah.
actually pretty coherent.
And so this is why I will argue that if you didn't already know the mom was the killer, you might have been entertained because you want to know what is going
on.
There's so much happening. What the F is what is going on? And then you get to the last episode and you figure out that like none of it made any sense at all. None of it. It was like, so wait a minute. So so let's back up. Let's go over it. So
burp.
to your point, I agree. So, you have this couple, they lose a child. Like, yes, marriages fall apart for less. I think that is a legitimate sort of like catalyst to a relationship falling apart. But then they don't really, I think I would have been really interested to know like the background for Anna and Jack and how they got together, because you want me to believe that she married the brother of one of the girls who watched her get sexually assaulted in the woods when she was 16 years old.
That is odd.
How?
Yeah.
How did that go down?
Why would we want to hang out?
How? And he never knew about the sexual assault. You didn't even tell him
Right.
until toward the end. This was after Lexi gets popped and everything. Like, or was it before? It doesn't matter. It was like too late in the series. By the time he got that bit of
finds out,
information,
yeah.
he was looking like, well, I never would have fucked her if I would have known that they watched you get sexually assaulted. Like maybe he would have done. I don't know, but I just feel like that was a crazy.
So it's possible to find someone else to sleep with.
And maybe that would have been what he needed to not pick her. I don't know.
And here's another thing that just bothered me personally. This wasn't plot. This was a casting issue. Like the dude, the guy who played Jack, Great actor. Seen
Like
him in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
He
The Punisher.
and Zoe, the actress who look like Zoe, don't look like no kind of kin to each other. Like that was, but I was waiting for
having a hard
the
time.
storyline that explained where he came from, because
We have different
for
moms.
one, his southern accent wasn't great.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
he also
I didn't even know he was trying to do one. Did he just sounded? Yeah, I guess that's what that was.
they're in Georgia.
I know,
He's
but
supposed to
he
be
never sounded
from
southern.
Georgia. So
me.
yeah, it felt like he was doing an impersonation of Matthew McConaughey.
Oof.
And which isn't even the right.
No, because Matthew, he has a certain cadence about his speech that's very
And I
specific
feel like
to
he's
him.
from Texas, not Georgia.
different.
It's just
It's
different.
different.
And to me, he looks ethnic.
Oh, very much. Yeah.
So
yeah.
the fact that he's supposed to just be playing white, like Southern white,
Yeah.
like it wasn't. He actually looked to me like he could have been a Creole, or Arab, or like there's so many other things. Like to me, that was throwing me off super
Okay,
hard.
okay.
Because
Okay.
it's like, explain that.
We
Like,
never got to see like
because
either one of their
Zoe,
parents
she
either.
was, I believed hers
She
was
looked a Southern white,
Georgian woman,
Yeah,
like who
man.
was like,
Who was a terrible mom, by the way.
yeah, not a great.
and
I guess
great
that's why
person
we're
in
not
general.
supposed to feel bad that she got murdered. But
I think so too.
here's the thing: I feel like that was. I don't ever really feel like, unless it was the actual sexual assaulters, you don't have to murder them. Like there's other ways of making them pay without having to, because no matter what, even if she wasn't a good mom, you still traumatize this girl by killing her mom at this age. Like there's no, like, I know they made it seem like she was just all happy and stuff because she's like, oh, I love my Uncle Jack. Yeah, but that's not your mama.
Right. I mean, especially at her age too. You just want your mom.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
so
as
to
hell.
me, I was just kind of like, as a mother yourself, you have to know that's wild.
This is crazy.
That's super crazy. You didn't just kill one person; you killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, you're a serial killer now. Like that's basically
And to
what's
me,
happening.
I guess it's supposed to be this thing like, yeah, black women can be serial killers too. And it's like,
It's like, I guess. But also too, like if I'm just gonna go full out, serial killer because, in the name of my child, again, you brought up a really good point of like, why aren't we now holding those men's feet to the fire? Like we have to believe all this other unrealistic shit. Why is it outside of the realm of possibility that she tracked these dudes down? They were the ones who
Right.
actually fucking did it.
because what's her name? Rachel was sending them pictures. It's like, it
Yeah.
seems like there would have been a way to track that
It
or
would have
something
been.
like
I mean,
that.
this is a small town. You want me to believe that there's only these 4 people you could have had sex with, and
Here's
that
the other thing too. Like, sorry, I'm never going to get over partying in the woods. Like,
I think that happens.
like in
because-
small groups. Like,
Yeah, and
I
I'm
can see
thinking
like a bonfire, but
yeah, and it's more of like bonfire vibes and stuff. I don't know where this random mattress, who like brought that
couch?
mattress out and a couch out there. I really don't know, but I do picture there being. So, did you ever see the Ozarks?
yeah,
Like I picture those kind of
okay,
people like dragging the mattress out and furniture in the woods because this is where we go to like smoke. Like when you're younger, you're trying to like
Okay.
create a little spot or whatever where your parents
Okay.
aren't coming. And really it looks like the deep woods, but it's probably literally right off the side of somebody's damn house somewhere.
And here's my other thing. Like, why would, okay, I guess they were just trying to paint that Helen and Rachel were like sexual degenerates. Because then
Okay.
you find, like, Jack finds that video of them, like, playing with Rachel's husband
Yeah.
and having him,
Yes,
like,
yes.
tied up and stuff like that. So we're just
They're-
supposed to be
yeah.
like, they're just bad. They're bad. But it's a crazy, dangerous situation to invite some grown men into the woods at night and thinking they're not going to SAU.
Turn around, right? Like y'all felt real confident. Were these your uncles?
Even so,
but maybe it was like
right.
a Ghislaine Maxwell thing where it's like, I can't satiate this person. Like I'd rather, at this point, I'm just gonna give you people so you leave me alone. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's super weird that those are people in your contacts, though.
Right, and that
Well, so for the sexual assault part, though,
Okay.
what was weird also was the fact that, now I'm not suggesting that Catherine after, you know, Anna kind of jumped in and saved her from being sexually assaulted, because she then jumps up and starts running.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, go on and take her. That's fine too. You know, you can wear her out. That's basically, I think, what they said. And so they slam her down and begin to sexually assault her. And she's calling for Catherine, like Catherine's going to come help her. And she goes, fuck you, with her braces. And I was trying to understand what that was about.
I guess she's still mad about the coke thing.
Bitch, but you were here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still trying to be friends with these awful bitches.
Right.
And of all of them, she's the only one that showed you any sort of kindness. Right. And so I'm not suggesting that Catherine should have... You should have tried to turn around and overpower 3 grown men.
No,
you know
but
what I'm
you could
saying?
have called my mama.
What the fuck you
could have called the cops.
Like, you didn't feel compelled to do anything.
I would have told. Like that was
to me that was crazy.
I guess they try to erase. Oh, because did I also mention Catherine and Lexi were the same person? Did I mention that?
Oh no, that was the plot twist.
That was a dun dun dun. That was actually kind of cool. Like, that one would have got me. Like, I wouldn't have seen that coming.
If she was the killer, too, though. You know what I mean?
If she was the killer, that would have made sense. But we end up finding out that Catherine killed her sister because she called her fat. So it's like, now you got to die. It's very bad seed. Like, it was like...
But, I mean, I guess I'm trying to understand even the relevance of... Like that flashback and why
I guess we're just supposed to, so we don't feel bad when she dies.
The red hair, right? It was like, we need this to happen so we don't sympathize with this character.
Yeah, but it's like, at the end of the day, though, I'm still not cool with this. Just because it was a black lady, I'm not cool that she decided to kill a bunch of people with a paring knife. Like, that's wild. Oh wait, she didn't kill Lexi though. That was just. Yeah, that was just icing. Priya ended up shooting Lexi.
But she doesn't feel bad about it. We were clearing that in the letter. She was like, I mean, I can't say I was sad that the bitch got popped, but yeah, it was like very like, I guess that was supposed to just be the red herring of it all. You know, it was like, so it wasn't Lexi at all. It was the black mama. That's my mama.
Like, don't play. And, of course, the way they were portraying dementia was very inaccurate, but that tracks since she didn't really have dementia. So I can't really, you know, drag them for that because it's kind of like, man, that dementia accelerated super fast. It's like, usually it's just little stuff. And then she was refusing to go to the doctor, which... You know, because doctor been like, oh, she's fine.
She seems absolutely fine, actually. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Have you thought maybe she's a serial killer that's trying to cover her tracks by walking around naked at night in the rain after she's murdered?
And why did it have to be naked? Like, is it just to explain why she didn't have shoes on? So she, like...
I don't know why it had to be naked, but I think maybe because she had to get rid of her clothes that she murdered in.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
So
yeah, get
she
rid
probably
of the
just didn't want the evidence on her. So it's like, I mean...
So wait, who cut the fingernails? I missed that part.
She did, I guess.
The mama?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jack.
And then they planted them on...
Lexi.
Yes.
Got you. Oh, and the cameraman. Yeah. They framed him. Like, he didn't really I mean, he wasn't great.
He was kind of
But
awful.
He wasn't an accessory to murder.
But here's okay. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Thank you.
So we find out that the mom was the one that called the hotel because in Dahlonega there was this hotel that Lexi and the husband Richard would, you know, have their little affair.
I remember it because his nickname's Dick.
Yeah, that was good. So he ended up, it wasn't them that, because I thought, well, maybe it was Lexi that did that at first. You know what I'm saying? But we come to find out it's the mom. So they get there to the in-laws' house, beach house or whatever, and Lexi's actually there. And I'm like, before this, we see Dick at the hardware store because he runs into Jack and he's buying like rope and he's buying all this stuff like he's a murderer. And then we get to the house and this shit's on the table. So what the fuck was the plan there? Like, what was supposed to happen?
Right.
Were they planning to kill her?
It would have made sense if it was Lexi.
And none of it ended up mattering. So like, were they planning to kill her? Were they murdering her? Was it a plan for them? Because he had this whole soliloquy about rich people and them, and I'm thinking her mom was a house cleaner. What are you talking about? She's the only one of those awful bitches that made anything of themselves. It was like kind of reasonably maybe okay. Because I mean, none of these characters were likable. Let me just put that out there. All of them, you kind of are like, man, they were all
Disney
kind of the
villain
worst.
Evil.
All of them.
It was crazy, like Jafar.
And I mean, Anna, what made her, I guess I had some sympathy for her just because it was like, well, she lost her daughter. So that was kind of fucked. You know what I'm saying? So I could see how I can see
Like I
something
said, you're allowed to
there.
go crazy if you lose your daughter.
Okay, right. If we're just giving some latitude there, but then everybody else, what the fuck?
What is some Delonica? What was the name?
Delonica,
of the town?
yeah.
Yeah, something's in the water.
Oh my God.
Also, and once again, because I feel like since it's the 6th episode, because I feel like that's when it went off the rails.
It just
where people
did.
just stopped making sense. We just went to bonkers town.
And the letter was just supposed to explain it all, and we were just supposed to end
And
it
we're
there
just
and be
like,
happy.
okay. Because this is the other thing that didn't make sense to me. Why would you go to your jump-off's in-laws' house when your mama lives in town? Like, wouldn't you
Amen.
just, especially when your mama's been exhibiting signs of dementia?
Yeah, let me just
and
go
it's
take care of
and it's like
her.
a dark and stormy night. Like, I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna go to my mama's house anyway, because
the thing was, like, her car, something with her car, he was like, come, like, ride with me. And her instinct was telling her not to ride. Was there something up with her car?
yeah, I don't know. No, they didn't know.
He
Because she
just
was starting.
convinced her.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was like,
so
yeah,
then
just
she
ride
should-
with me to my in-laws instead of
Didn't
just
make
been like,
sense.
I
Didn't make
couldn't just
sense.
follow you, because I would have done that anyway.
I'm
I
not
don't like.
riding with you.
I'm
not riding with you, bub. I'm not.
Even we were just going to like somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'll
I'm like
meet you there.
usually like I want to leave when I'm ready to leave,
Exactly.
and going to an undisclosed location to that did
My
not,
in-laws,
to your in-laws, and I'm
not
smashing. I'm having an illicit affair with you,
With
and
your
so I'm
wife.
supposed to go to your wife's parents' house.
that makes it even
Zero
that makes
sense.
it too personal.
But of
yeah.
course, they had to have the thing so she could figure out Lexi and Catherine were the same
Same
person,
person.
because she sees the sister's obituary, and then she's like, oh, dun dun dun.
And then also too, do you think you would have noticed? I mean, as somebody who spent time in front of her, do you think that you would have been like, something about this bitch seems familiar?
No.
No?
I've no.
Yeah, not maybe
I've
not
had
you.
several people who've had to be like, hey, remember me from
Oh, that is true.
And it's like,
And their face is the exact same and you still don't know. Damn, that's true. Okay. For a second I thought, well, I would think I would know. But no, I wouldn't either. I don't think I would.
no, not after
Good talk.
drastic weight
Good
loss
talk.
and a dye job. You got me. You could have, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yep. So yeah, that was kind of weird because I just was like, I was still trying to understand why we needed to see him buying all those
Yeah,
things.
and
like,
it didn't make. Yeah, like I said, the vendetta Richard and Lexi had against Anna didn't make a ton
It
of
just
sense.
didn't.
Well,
It
with
was like,
Lexi,
what the
yes, a
fuck?
little bit. You are sleeping with my husband. That'd be enough to kill
But that
somebody.
was from the new times. That wasn't from the, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
can hate, and it felt
Right.
like I didn't know if the affair happened.
Oh.
Was it like because I came back and this bitch has my job now? I'm like, I know this is your husband. I'm about to squat on his dick now.
Yeah, okay, that's understandable. Well, not
It's
even,
not
really,
understandable,
though,
but I'm
'cause it's
just-
not tick for tack. That's a career thing. And you go and. Here's the other thing, because the editor or whoever, the producer at the show, he had a good point. Like, you were gone for a year. I can't hold your job for a year.
And it wasn't even like you were in contact with me, letting me know you were planning to
didn't
come
take
back. I
Ephraim
could have
away.
at
You're
least,
like,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Like that, you were being, at a certain point, it is, you need to know, like, okay, people can have compassion for me, but the world's still going.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah. So, ooh, that
So, yeah.
part. I'm sorry. That.
But also too, so now we're at the scene where how did old girl get there that fast?
Who, Lexi?
No, the one
Priya.
who shot. Yes, that was unrealistic. I remember watching it, and I don't remember how it unfolded, but I remember in my brain being like,
And she's an amazing
"How the
shot.
fuck-" And you shot her through
glass.
that thick glass.
Yeah.
Boom, right in the head.
Right. That
Come
caliber.
on.
What was the
Come
caliber on that gun?
Come on.
'Cause that was
and
like-
it was raining and everything too. You were outside. I was like, really?
Priya's amazing, guys.
And speaking of Priya too, I feel like she probably should have suspected Jack earlier than she did because she seemed really bright. So I'm just like, come on, bro. But also to her, in her defense, what I was thinking too, when you work with somebody like Jack, we all know that one loud. Like she was a newer detective. You're with a senior detective who is a guy, and he had a lot of bravado and
He's
like
swaggery.
blah, blah,
He's
blah, blah,
swaggy.
talking loud.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Like you probably can't get a word in edgewise. You know what I'm saying with this guy anyway. But he ended up when she figured out, okay, this guy, he has something to do with it. I think it's him. And she had pulled a gun on him. And he's like walking up to her trying to grab the gun from her and all that stuff. And he punches her in the nose. The next time he punched her and knocked her the fuck out and like took off because he was trying to go to the beach house or whatever to save his wife because he just knew she was in trouble. Don't forget about that part. I was like, so when we see each other again, we have to have this conversation.
We
You
need to
just
go to
punched me
HR.
in the fucking face, bro.
Yeah, my
Are you
guy.
goddamn kidding me? You've been
And you
tampering with evidence.
And I was about to say you submitted a fake DNA,
DNA.
thing. That was wild too. Like taking the little niece's DNA,
Yeah, swabbing her cheek.
That was crazy,
Sir, and now you're in charge of her. You listen.
I like that.
That was crazy for me too. So I feel like we had to mention that
like
too.
that.
So that shit was crazy.
Because it was supposed to be like this happy ending.
It
where I was
wasn't
just kind of
happy.
like, I would have a lot of trouble regaining trust. You know, like I said, like you've been smashing. You knew she was my former friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. You didn't know what happened.
You didn't know
but
about...
it shouldn't take me telling you that she watched me being raped to not have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be the one thing that gave you the inclination that maybe that was a bad idea.
Right.
So let's be for real.
And I mean, can't you go a couple towns over maybe?
I mean, my God.
I feel like, especially if you're going, like you're still married. I don't know.
Oh, here's the thing that got me. So y'all want me also to believe. Okay, so when we're reading the letter, we see that the mom, it sounds like the mom would always show up to, she felt a lot of guilt about being the person in charge of Charlotte, their daughter, her granddaughter, the night that she passed away, because Anna's character really did not want to leave. And she was like, something's up with my baby. Like, I really don't want to leave. And so it was like they both were kind of talking her out of it, telling her it was going to be fine. And then this awful thing happened. So as a grandparent, yes, you're holding all this guilt or whatever. So she, every year, so after Anna takes off, she was like, she spent a lot of her time at this gravesite.
Yes.
She was always there hoping that Anna would return. And so she would always go on the death of, like, on the anniversary. So we're supposed to believe.
There's just been one, because it was just a year.
It was just a year.
Yeah.
So she was there on the anniversary. She said that she went there thinking that she might show up on the anniversary, but she would also spend time there. So she knew that Jack was fucking this lady over and over again.
Yeah, and
she
wanted
knew
them to get back together.
Yes, so she knew about this
That
affair.
didn't make sense either.
Didn't make sense. And
because I'm sorry, if you cheat on my daughter, I might kill you. Because who knows what, you're putting her health at risk. Like that to me was crazy. It's like, you and Jack need to that's a good man, Savannah. You need to get back with him.
You want me to believe that on the night, of the anniversary, the mom was there. Just so happened Anna shows up there as well. Just so happens to see him bust down her friend in the car. You know what I mean? Come on, like that's not realistic. Come on, come on.
Also, men are the worst.
By the gravesite?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
right by?
This is the anniversary of your daughter's death.
That's when you were busting her down.
And that's when
right
you're
by
just
the
like,
cemetery.
you know what?
This is a good time. He was sad. That's what I mean. I was just like, really? And then they did show the one part where Jack was in the cemetery and he was looking around, like when he was doing his investigation or whatever. He was like, oh, I didn't, like, they tried to make it seem, I think they tried to make it seem like, oh, he didn't realize that the cemetery was that close to where he was busting down at Rachel. But also that's not believable because, again, you want me to believe you're the police and you know how guys are in small towns? They know every inch. I'm sorry. You people, I won't even say guys. You want me to believe the police doesn't know the layout of the city?
Small ass town.
Come on, give me a break.
It's like Jack, he was not to me a heroic figure.
No, was he supposed to be?
Well, he ends up with our leading lady.
He saved her, I guess, at the end of the day. I mean, so did Priya. Let's shout out to Priya.
Yeah,
she was a really good
more
shot.
so.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I did like the scene where him and the cameraman got into it. That was funny.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
That was fun. He was like, that's not what your wife said.
Right.
Ooh. That was pretty great.
It was just so, okay. So, obviously, we had a lot of, there were a lot of plot holes for us.
Yeah.
And we had a lot to say, though. But I think the things... So again, I enjoyed it because it was like the pacing of it was like, okay, it was suspenseful and you're trying to gather like what is going on, even though you are seeing stuff that you're like, okay. Like I was just holding all of that, hoping that it's at the end like it made sense, and then it didn't though. So that was like the letdown of it all. But I did like Tessa Thompson, like you said, great actress,
and the fashion.
Her color palette, the jewel tones, the monochrome, I was into it. I was like, man, this is she.
It was giving hair, face, ass, titties,
all of it. Yeah. Okay, so I did. So there was like those things that made me enjoy it because I was just like, man, like if they had not just thrown, like some of that just felt like, I don't know if I should be offended that it's like you're using sexual assault. Like that whole plot hadn't, you know what I'm saying? Like as the
justification.
Yeah, the
for it all.
justification. And if it was not addressing the actual sexual assaulters.
Right.
I think this is the issue that we see happening.
Yeah,
even
where
now,
women pay
where
for the
it's
crimes
like,
of men. And
this
like I
is
said, even if they
crazy.
set it up, it's once again,
Everybody should go down though.
Yeah.
Period. All of them. It shouldn't have just been like.
Yeah, like I would have found. It would have been more edifying for me if, like, we did get a scene where the mama did kill at least one of them dudes.
I mean, man, my God, and then it should have been in the letter, and I'm still looking for the ones, though. You know what I mean? I ain't found them yet, but they're on the list.
But yeah, that's season
Just
2.
know that if there's some other murders that come up, I got some other hot, juicy topics that you'll get to, like, that you guys will get to, report on, and Jack will have, a couple things.
Like if she had, like, drowned one of them in a mop bucket.
Something that would have been
cool.
great. I would have loved that. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. But yeah, the acting was good. I felt like from our leading characters, and I mean, like, it looked cool. Like the cinematography was good. The music, like the production value was very, very good. And so shout out to Tessa Thompson for being involved in that part of it that made it good. I'm curious to know if the book was like, I know it happened in it was in a town in England. It wasn't like in this author has a lot of books and all of them take place like in England type things from what I read. But if you guys have read this book, let us know. Would this get tied
up?
up?
It make more sense? Because it's kind of like in Hunting Wives too, because the killer was somebody different in the book.
Oh, okay.
And it made more sense.
Okay, which I don't even know who the killer is because I never did.
Read the book. Do you care?
Yeah. Let's not talk. Yeah, I don't know. That's
Right.
yeah. Maybe I'll go back and finish it. I never actually went back and finished all of Hunting Wives.
Oh.
Yeah, remember I only got to the part where...
I do not remember, no.
Yeah, I only got up to and I forgot what happened. Who knows? I didn't make it through. Just know that.
Okay. It was one of them things, too, where it didn't make a ton of sense.
But but I'm just gonna go with it because I'm entertained
it's
by the
already
shenanigans.
just so crazy. And it was the same thing, too, where... Well, not the same thing, because I actually liked... Well, yeah, Anna, I didn't dislike her. But the Sophie character in Hunting Wives, she was a hot mess. It was very difficult
hard to
liking
like her. Yeah.
So I already wasn't necessarily cheering for her anyway.
Yeah, because I think I got up to the point where I didn't hate her yet, and then I saw the next episode. I was like, this dumb bitch. You know what I mean? So then it was like, and then I stopped because I said, I don't think I can keep going.
The best part was when SNL made fun of it. Because with the chick playing Sophie, she was like, oh, I can't. And they're like, no, do it. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. She has no backbone there. Okay, and so anything else do we want to add about the series? Is there anything else you want to
I want to rate it
about it? Okay,
I want to rate it.
Let's rate it. Let's rate it.
I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5.
You're hitting the chord.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 unlocked iPhone screens.
Oh my gosh, yeah, with the corpse's eyes.
That nigga was desperate.
Dude.
It's just,
come on.
Never would
the lengths that somebody would go through to not get caught up sliding.
And then I hate, because he made some points when they were having their big fight. I hate it when they made me agree with a fuck nigga. It was like, you disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, it's valid.
Now, it doesn't mean you didn't
have to bust her down on your child's death anniversary at the cemetery right by where where she was buried or anything. If I had to rate this, I'm also giving it 3.5 out of 5. Murder letters. Confession letters.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's my mama. So yeah. Did you think we were gonna feel the same about the plot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know about your critical thinking skills. I know you're gonna.
Wait a minute.
It's just like
this ain't adding up exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that we rated the book, let's take a quick break and then we'll come back and get on these hot topics just real fast.
I like
before we
that
get
idea.
Out of here. Okay.
I like it. And warm up.
All right, guys. So welcome back from the break.
We talked a lot about cake.
We did in sweets, man. It's what I need to be happy right now.
We're a little hungry.
Yeah, well, and you have to have the sweet to go with all the sour in the news, man. I feel like we have to sort of touch on, we don't have to, but I just wanted to because the one time, so I thought.
No, we have to.
We have to.
We have a duty.
It's weird
as a book club.
Definitely. It's in the bylaws, basically. But no, I mean, like, I have to sometimes limit the amount of news I take in. So I was just doing my little inventory check of like, okay, what's going on? And it was like, oh, that's terrible. This is awful. Oh, great. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it. Let's just get into it. So the first thing that I saw that was like, oh, no, was Sha'Carri Richardson speeding 100 miles an hour on the highway, getting pulled over, and they have the full-on, like, dash cam with her basically, like, pleading with this officer not to lock, because he's like, you're going to jail today.
Was she intoxicated?
No,
she was
it doesn't
going real
look like it.
fast?
She was just fucking speeding crazy. She got up
But
to
she's a
104.
fast girl.
You can't be a fast girl in your car on the highway,
No,
Sha'Carri.
she's
And I
the
feel like you should know
fastest.
that. And the most locked upest now. 'Cause now
They
you're
did lock her
They
up?
arrested her, yeah.
Dang,
So-
that was crazy. Where was she?
So let's see. Let me click on to the article. She was in Florida.
Okay.
Of all goddamn places. So you can kind of see the body cam, and she's just like, please, please, please. And her excuses were really weird. So and I don't really know. So it says Richardson, 25, was arrested and booked into the Orange County Jail on the charge of dangerous and excessive speeding at 100 miles an hour and more. Records showed. Bond was set for $500. Her rep didn't
like-
say anything for comment. It didn't look when
They
I
would have
saw
let.
it.
I don't know. They would have let Peyton Manning go. I think they're kind of targeting her a little bit. Not that you should be doing that, but usually when it comes to athletes and stuff like that, they give you a pass. I think because she's black and young and female, they weren't gonna do it.
And do you remember? So in 2021, she was arrested for a month after she tested positive. This was like for her whole, and because I
For
think like to your
THC,
point.
yeah.
So to your point, like when we
They didn't
know,
do that for who was the swimmer who he smokes
Don't
weed
know.
too.
Don't know.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. Big old dude, Michael Phelps.
Phelps, yes. They don't, but so these stories do, I think, illustrate, right? Because it's never us saying like, well, they let them go, so they should let her go. Like, I'm not saying she shouldn't be held responsible for her actions, but there is a stark difference between how they treat people who look like Sha'Carri with her credentials and her being, especially in America. Celebrities are like our royal family. Like people, especially like athletes and
And
stuff.
in Florida, people doing all kind of wild stuff in Florida.
It's
I don't even know
just-
what the speed limit was, because if the speed limit was 75, she's doing 100. It's like, that's not great, but you know. I feel like people do that on the highway.
Well, Florida's super speeder law, which took effect July 1st, makes it illegal to drive 50 miles per mile over the speed limit. Or
even
over
100.
100 miles an hour.
We
Yeah.
probably shouldn't even be, because she probably has a nice car too.
It was
It's like,
nice. She was acting like I didn't even know it was going that fast.
right, that's the problem
Jesus.
too, because when you do drive nice cars, you don't feel.
He was
See,
like,
when
that's
you-
what the speedometer's for, ma'am.
And he's not wrong, but sometimes you do just need to click cruise control.
Yeah.
Because especially when you listen to music,
Yeah, who
like
knows what she
you
was
can
doing.
get, that little left foot, and Mama obviously likes to go fast.
And just know
So-
that an excuse to a police officer while driving while 100 miles an hour
Yeah.
on the highway, no matter who you are, you're not going to be, they're going to take you to jail.
Well, I'm glad she's still alive.
She is still alive, so it sounds like
there's
she's
that.
good. She can make it back. So
Yeah.
that was one thing that I got that was crazy. Another thing I saw was a Waymo hits a child near a school in Santa Monica elementary school. I guess the child's okay.
Oh, good.
But I'm like, what in the entire hell? Like, I'm just trying to picture getting a phone call.
To be fair, though,
The kid
Let's-
darted out too, for the record.
the kid right out, and it's probably made the news because people get hit by cars all the time,
They
driven
sure
by
do.
people, and that's not much of a story. So it's a story
Which is messed
because
up.
one of the like
It's self-driving. It's just it's the whole AI thing. It's the whole
Yeah, that
technology
makes
thing.
it
We
kinda
know we're gonna
scary.
F up and hit kids in the street, but
Yeah,
then when
but
it's
it's
these
like-
computers that are about to be taking our jobs and they're supposed to be better than us, they can't be out here hitting
it's like
kids
you got to
too.
prove it.
Yeah.
Y'all starting to. So this was in my algorithm. Google was like, "Ooh, you'd like this article."
Tell me.
And it was in the Hill about how there's a mass. Let me read the headline
Mm-hmm.
correctly. I won't even mess it up. Cancel. All right. The U.S. is headed for mass unemployment, and no one is prepared. And he was just making a case. What's this guy's name? John Mack. I don't know how to say this. I'm just going to call him John Mack. He was laying out a case. He's like, look, I'm conservative, and we need universal basic income because the white people are going to lose their jobs. Because they call it white-collar jobs. We know what that means. Because he's like, look, this is, and he's like, the AI is getting better every 7 months, like exponentially. So, yeah, we don't have a lot of time before.
Yeah, now we can care.
Now
we don't
can
care.
care.
If
Wasn't
it wipes
when it
out
was
all
the laborers,
yeah.
like when all the robots took over the factory jobs.
Sure, who cares?
And we probably should have made a push for UBI then.
Probably.
And actually, we have the infrastructure for it. If everybody remembers during the lockdown, we were getting the enhanced unemployment. That was the perfect infrastructure to deliver it. Like, it's...
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. You just have to fund it. Ooh, instead of funding ICE, we could fund... But then that's their problem, though, because some of the money's going to go to darkies.
That's always the problem.
That is
I mean, it feels like that's always the problem.
The problem, but...
I mean, it's... Again, they practice on us, guys. We try to let y'all know the things,
Yeah,
it's like if it's happening, and that's the thing, like Black folks we're not like gagged by a lot of it. I mean, like sickened and disappointed and all the things and sad or whatever, but it's like, this is what we feel like the whole Black Lives Matter situation was just like, so let's take it to something else in the news. So like, you've got Don Lemon getting arrested, right? We know what's going on in Minnesota, guys. Unless you're like under a rock, there's all these giant protests and stuff against ICE. There's been 3 people killed, I think, in the last month, probably. And these
at
are
least
all that we know about.
That they weren't able to hide, because we know they're willing to lie.
They are. And I mean, what's crazy is that, so tell me, Keith Porter was killed, I think, on New Year's Eve. This was a Black guy that got killed. Didn't hear too much about him, but then when Renee Good got shot, it was like, okay, we're ramping up. This is standard American, one of the ones we
standard issue.
But
she was also gay, so they can,
kind of.
She was gay and woke.
No, what about this guy that worked for the VA hospital as ICU nurse? What was his problem?
He shouldn't have had a gun.
But Kyle Rittenhouse can show up with one.
Well, I thought everybody was supposed to have a gun according to the government. So
it's just so confusing. You can see where we're confused here,
because that's what Trump said. It's like he shouldn't have had a gun. It's like his gun wasn't even out.
It was holstered. Yeah. So you mean to tell me that's not all right?
I'm like,
now?
and why is the NRA saying something? That feels weird to me a little bit, because their whole thing is like, we're supposed to be able to have guns, and the fact that you just killed this guy, quote unquote, who was protecting a woman who's being sworn by ICE officers who we know. There's already been accusations of, can you believe it, sexual impropriety?
What? The bread and butter of this good country, I guess, and of the world even.
So, well,
but
back to Don though. Did you see what he said about Nicki Minaj?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
Because we're gonna get to Nicki
drop.
as well.
Okay, that was a great drag. Sorry.
Yes, we're
easy.
It's just so much.
I know, because I've been
so
like
exciting.
you. I had been ever since the election. I've been like, you know what, news, not so much. NPR,
Small
I'm only
drops.
listening to you on Sunday. I'm just taking it real easy, because like, you haven't seen Wicked for Good yet. But when I tell you the lesson I took from it was, y'all got it. Because you obviously can't hear the truth from me. No matter what I say, y'all gonna say I'm lying. So y'all figure it out. I'm gonna go over here
and protect my peace and protect my own mental health.
Rest is resistance. That is my resistance right now, which is resting, joy, trying anyway.
I mean, I'm trying to. It's just hard though, but I feel like we know collectively that they practice on us. So even the difference between, how people show up for somebody like a Keith Porter versus, if you look at the GoFundMes, I'm sure there's probably some difference between the money that's collected for those families. But also, so even though that's disappointing, we understand, just like Sha'Carri should understand, that like they move the goalpost for us. You know what I mean? So they only matter, and and I hate to bring it back to that because it's so politicized, but that was the whole thing about Black Lives Matter. We're trying to point out this inconsistent thing, because even when they first started targeting like our media and stuff, they were even Amber Ruffin. You know what I'm saying? Like taking it back to the correspondence dinner where she was supposed to go. They knew she was going to have something to say, they censored her and didn't allow her to do that. They practice on us first. We see it in these small areas, and then it rolls out. And so, and then nobody cared until it was, what's his name?
Andrew Preddy.
The guy, the late night show host.
Stephen Colbert,
and the other one, girl. What's his name? Lord.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Kimmel.
Thank you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
nobody was really
now it's a
talking about
problem.
so that's to your point, that's kind of what we're talking about. So I just thought it was wild that he got arrested. I don't know what the charges actually were. They didn't tell him, of course, what the charges were. So
Because that's the other thing that's weird too. Because ICE, they're not the police. Just
they're
because
not.
they put
They're
police,
wearing police on their shit
yeah,
now, which
but
is
you're
disturbing.
not like out here trying to. It's like, well, you should comply. It's like you not the police.
Right.
Oh, also shout out to the Minnesota police who are giving jaywalking tickets to ICE agents to put them in the system.
Yay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's clever.
It is.
I like it.
Listen, we have to,
Little-
and also just shout out because here's
joy.
the thing too. Because like I said, if Black people do what you want to do, if you want to get out there and protest, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm leaving it mostly to the whites. I really feel like I said, the lesson from
They care
Wicked-
more when y'all do it.
Right. So and
So-
like I said, like this is y'all really gotta and I think y'all got it. I gotta say, I've been impressed. I've
The
been,
SOS was impressive.
Yes,
Yeah,
I really like how y'all have been showing up, and also it's cold, so I probably won't be doing something outdoors honestly till June. I'm
sick of it.
because it still gets a little cold in May.
Oh my gosh, it is. In Indiana anyway.
Yeah.
So speaking of Don Lemon, we can take it over to the good old Nicki Minaj of it all. So I guess she's Trump's biggest fan now, friend. Did you know
Well,
that?
she does love a sexual offender.
Ooh.
Like,
Ew, look at the picture of her.
she doesn't look great.
Gross. The wig is
Neither of them look.
gross.
Actually, they match.
They don't look.
We're looking at a picture of DJ. Wait, not DJ. What's his name? DT. Donald J. Trump. That's what it was. DJ.
And the formerly illegal
No,
immigrant.
I think she's
Is she
still undocumented. The
How
people
is
been
See? Okay.
See.
But also when they get tired of her ass and whatever, don't be
You gonna get
surprised if you in the
Candace-
camp.
You don't
bitch.
get Candace Owen.
Listen, if they actually deport her ass.
Because Candace she's into it with like the French government.
What?
You
For
didn't see
what?
this?
No.
She has said something crazy about Macron.
He's dating Katy Perry or something?
No, for
Is
his
he though?
wife. She has said like his wife is trans and was like, and here's the thing,
Like
like
meant as an insult?
yeah, and yeah,
That's
Candace
childish as
Owens
hell.
is a.
If okay.
But yeah, or here's the thing, because I like this from Grits and Eggs. Tokens get spent.
Ooh, yeah, they do.
So, so Stacey Dash, Candace. Oh, did you see Kanye?
I didn't see him. No.
He apologized.
For what?
You mean for what?
I mean, there's so
for
many
his
things.
behavior.
Oh.
Yeah, for his behavior.
Oh.
This actually makes a lot of sense, and this is something I had thought for a while. If it's true, he's saying that he suffered severe brain damage from that accident.
Was it a car?
The car accident through the
Notorious.
wire.
His jaw
through the
and stuff
wire,
were
right?
wired shut and all that.
And so once again, they said they were concentrating more on the physical and weren't. Once again, but your mental is physical. But like I said, because to me, I saw someone who was like in crisis. Like he did seem manic. He's saying now he's getting the help he needs, and he's going to be trying to prove himself going forward. And he said he's really sorry about the Jewish stuff.
Really?
This was
into black people? Did he say shout out to y'all or something?
He
Or,
was just like, thanks for having my back. Like he had a whole printout thing.
oh wow.
Yeah, he read a whole speech or whatever that was probably written for him. I think
That was smart probably that he had somebody
The
write it for him.
Reed pointed out that I think he has a project coming out. And so
Oh, well, of course. You gotta before you
yeah, but I don't know. I felt two ways about it.
Okay.
Because for one, like I said, you can't just say I'm sorry and make everything okay.
No.
So
Doesn't
if his behavior truly changes going forward, I'll believe him.
Yeah.
But also, I do want to have a redemption for people. Like even Nikki.
Yeah, we talked about this.
You know what I mean? Like we need to incentivize redemption, not just like you messed up, you're out forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be worried about that because I have lived a perfect life. So I don't have to worry about redeeming myself or getting people to forgive me. But for everyone else,
You guys should.
yeah. And once again, just a little cat joke.
Of course.
Players fuck up.
I get it. Yeah, they do. I think too, you know, the redemption conversation to me too, and I think I've said this before, is like, I don't feel like Kanye specifically owes me an apology. I feel like the people who, I mean, I get apologizing to everyone, but at the end of the day, the redemption needs to happen in your circle. The people, your children, your family, like the people who you owe the most to. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, your persona, like, you know, there's, not to say, I mean, he's got a huge platform. So of course his words are gonna be way more impactful than somebody like whoever, you know? But at the same time, I just think the focus should be like on, like
charity begins at home.
If I'm always like, I don't give a shit about Kanye, that should be the least of your worries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you still have yourself. You can still, like you said, I mean, it'll come out in your work. Like if it's actually true, you'll use your art for good. You'll start, and people will start to see that impact, and then we can have that conversation at that point. But really, you should just be focused on your own mental health, if it is mental health, and the impact that you've had on the people who have tried to support you and have been there for you, because you owe your kids and them, and you owe it to yourself, really. I mean, so, I mean, like you say, that'll be interesting. I did not see that, but you know, I wouldn't be shocked if that was like a PR thing too. Maybe it's both. Things can be both.
Because here's the thing, like, I think with mental health, and this is just something I'd seen too, like to go back to the dementia thing, where people, it's for whatever reason, when stuff's mental, because it's harder to see.
Yeah.
It would have been like, you know, when we see someone in a wheelchair, we're not like, why aren't you walking? But with mental illness, we're like, why aren't you acting right? And it's like, well, they kind of can't. Like for, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of projecting your
100%.
able-bodiedness onto them when you're like, hey, do better. It's like, I can't.
Don't
like,
have the tools.
Yeah, like you actually need intercession. You also have to be willing to take that help, have people you trust around you. But to me, mental health seems like such a nightmare, like especially when you're not at your, like I don't know what that feels like.
Yeah, that's got to be awful.
But when they talk about manic episodes where you feel you're just paranoid, you feel like you're right and everyone else is wrong.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah,
it's scary. And for the people who are around you too, that has to be scary because they're looking at you like you're the ops and you're actually trying to help them. And they feel like they've got it all figured out, everything's clear, and it's like, actually, that's not. Yeah, so that has to be hard. So, I mean, like you say, if he means it, that's great. Yeah. But again, like, he ain't got shit to prove to me. I don't really give a fuck. Like, it would just have to be down the line and be like, oh, okay, he seems like he got his shit together. Good for him. I'll be happy if that's actually what he does. You know what I'm saying? But, also capitalism. So there's that. But back to the Nicki Minaj and her being the biggest fan. The two things that I loved the most that I saw in response to her was Don Lemon, obviously, because he was like, "Bitch, you're trying to get pardons or whatever for your two sexual offender family members."
Clearly,
so real quick,
money.
I
think she's very broke.
Oh, really?
Ooh, this is what Cardi. Okay, because this is what her and Cardi were going back and forth about too. Because she hasn't been working.
Okay.
I don't like what Nicki Minaj project do you know about?
What project?
And
do
here's
I know?
the thing: like, it's hard. A lot of people are probably. I would be hesitant to book her because it's like, are you bringing your husband? Because legally, we can't have a sex offender on the set.
Oof.
You know,
and she seemed like one of them ones where my man.
Very
he
much
gotta come with me. He can't.
Right.
He's one of them ones.
And I mean, understandable. I don't want to go somewhere where my spouse can't go. It's just I wouldn't choose that person.
I mean, like if that part, but also you're not about to get in the way of my bag. So if you got to stay your ass home while I go make this money, bitch, because you don't have a job.
Yes,
my man's can sit his ass at home.
My source for this was the Read, but I guess a couple years ago, maybe Nicki Minaj sent her husband to go beat up a bodyguard or somebody. And
he did.
He did.
Good boy. That's his job.
And so that man subsequently sued. And so at this point, it's like $500,000 that they owe him for this assault.
Okay.
And it looks like she didn't have it.
Oh.
So, because at first she was just like, nah, I don't want to pay you. I don't want to pay you. But it's like, you either pay him or sell your house.
Damn, it came down to her selling her house. She has 0 assets? Like, no, okay.
This is what people saying in the streets.
Damn.
So it also sounds like not just pardons, but she might not be liquid right now.
Okay.
And you can kind of just tell, like you said, that picture, because it doesn't look like she's hiring Glam Squad. You know, that's expensive.
Yeah, that was a terrible lace front. Damn, that's always a tragedy.
Yeah, like she probably had to lay that herself.
Damn. Girl, do you know how bad my lace front would look if I had to lay it myself?
It would
I
look
wouldn't
like
know where to
Nikki's,
begin.
and that's what it looked like through a screen. Imagine it in person.
Oh my gosh, and I wouldn't have went nowhere.
You would have if you needed this money.
That's true. I would have threw a hat on it, the beret.
Hooray.
Hooray. I would have tried to do something, but so that was good seeing Don Lemon read her. Also, did you see Billy Porter, when somebody asked her about the whole thing, he was like, fuck her. His mouth. He was going hard. I can.
Okay. Well,
I'll
it's
save
funny
it.
because I saw Don Lemon on Billy Porter's page.
Oh, beautiful.
So, but I didn't see Billy Porter's actual reaction. But it's just crazy to me because for people who
beautiful.
don't know, Nicki used to have a very strong gay fan base.
I thought lots of 50% at least of the bars were queer on the the Alphabet Mafia.
Yeah, because there's something very drag about Nicki Minaj.
It's so camp and it's very over the top. It's just what the girls love.
Yeah.
So I can see how.
And she's giving diva.
Yes,
You know,
very much
like
so.
she's entertaining.
She's very entertaining.
Usually she used to be. Now
well,
it's
this
just
shit is not cute.
sad.
But what about Joy Reid's read?
Oh, I didn't see hers.
Well, you don't have to add this in the show. Can I just show it to you real
Sure,
quick? Do you have time?
sure.
Oh my God, here we go. This is probably the most beautiful one of all. Damn it.
It's like, damn it,
I'll do it on my
TikTok.
phone.
Okay.
Hold on real quick. This is
Let me
so
see if
delicious.
let's see if I had another one. Oh, this is just mess.
Okay.
And once again, just unsubstantiated, but this is one of the things that came out in the Epstein files, which we still don't have all of yet.
Oh Lord.
But apparently Bill Gates' name came up and he appeared, because this was what was crazy too. Every time I read about stuff, about the Epstein stuff, nobody's using condoms. So it looked like Bill Gates might have picked a little something up and passed it to his then wife, Melinda, who
Ben exited stage left. 'Cause
yeah,
she said, I ain't got time
congratulations
for
to her for getting out of that. And she's a wonderful philanthropist. Thank you, Melinda Gates. But there's apparently an email where he's like asking Epstein for some antibiotics in a way that he can slip them to his wife without her knowing. Something tells me she found out.
What?
And shout out to everybody who found out their spouse is cheating from their doctor.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Open link. Okay.
Other side is giddy about having Nicki Minaj.
Do you want me not to?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
A rapper they don't respect. A rapper most of them probably have never heard one of her songs, and if they have, they're horrified. The reason they want her on a leash as their house pet, cuddled at Donald Trump's feet, the reason she is the new house pet is because they need, NEEED, black people to give them cultural cool. Black cultural cool has always been a powerful, powerful element in the country. Candace Owens was brought into Turning Point USA to do that, to recruit rappers, to recruit Kanye West for a reason. It's not like they like rap music, but they needed Candace to do that. Well, Candace has gone off the field. She's no longer playing ball. So since Candace isn't playing ball, they need a new Candace. So they tried Amber Rose, but Amber Rose is not popular enough with black people, and also
Culturally
she isn't black.
significant.
So that didn't really work.
Well.
Moved on to their next gambit, which is to get the Trinidadian who doesn't care about the killing of Trinidadian fishermen, the rapper who hates the female rapper who hates other female rappers, who hates on women who are more popular than her, Cardi B, people who are better at cultural marketing than her. She'll never be Rihanna. She'll never have a brand like
Rihanna.
She'll never be Beyonce. She's a
She'll never be Meg.
40-something-year-old black female rapper who clearly don't care that much about black people or immigrants, even though she was an undocumented immigrant. She's the perfect foil to replace Candace. Nicki is the new canvas. They wouldn't want her if they didn't need cultural cool. Their problem is she ain't cultural cool no more.
No.
So the Barbs, Nicki ain't shit and she ain't saying nothing. And 100 little Barbs can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all mad about it? Be mad about it. But she's not gonna work. But they're gonna keep looking for somebody black to be the face, to put blackface on MAGA. And they know that cultural cool matters. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
Round
love
of
that
applause
shit,
because Joy, when I say
for quoting Bees in the Trap.
Listen, I said this is so delicious.
You probably should have let 100 bitches tell you something.
Probably shouldn't have. So, just that I feel like wraps up what, you know what I'm saying? We were even
What
just
a
saying
week.
with that. And I hope that
Oh, and did you see that Donald Trump's not going to the Super Bowl? Because he was
he
like,
shouldn't. He got booed last time, didn't he?
He getting booed everywhere because
He's the worst.
He is terrible, and I feel like I've been saying that since the 80s. He's never been great.
Oh my God, he's just the worst.
Yeah.
So those were your hot tops, guys, for the week.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I just remembered that we have to spin the wheel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we do. Yeah, hot tops for the week, guys. So, as Kat mentioned, it's time to spin the wheel. So spin it.
Oh,
Yay.
it's book time.
Yeah, man, we gotta lock back in on our literary, endeavors here. So, you guys, one of Fab faves, one of my all-time favorite authors, just based on the couple books that I've read, Percival Everett, Trees. Is it The Trees or is it just Trees?
The Trees.
The Trees. Is the book we're going to review next week. So you guys should get into it with us. I'm excited to read it. Like I said, he's personally one of my favorite authors after having done this podcast and been blessed to read a couple of his books. So I'm excited.
I like him.
Yeah, it gives me something to do this week, girl, to keep my mind
off
this ghetto news.
Yeah, I've been having to.
The ghetto news. It makes me weary. So I think I just want to encourage you guys, do what you love and love what you do.
Because your body belongs to you.
Amen, friend.
So, yeah.
So don't well, I can't tell you what to do. Just be nice, man. Be chill. Everybody just
be cool.
chill.
Everybody be
God.
cool.
Please.
Everybody's people. So don't be like, those people, those people. No, it's just
Jeez,
people.
we're all here, y'all. We're all trying to make the best of whatever this is. So until next week, guys. Peace. Bye.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again, and until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.
Here we go.
I was not born to be in this kind of weather. I'm scared of stepping out and dying immediately, instantly from hypothermia. So you know how to drive.
You're gonna find out the hard way.
I guess it's
I mean, how can people live in a place like this?
We don't know.